both a young woman. Odds are that baby's going to be chromosomally damaged, like those cats you see in Special Animal Olympics.
We look on TV at a racetrack, an obviously retarded cat crosses the finish line, winning the race. A reporter approaches.
So, Whiskers, how does it feel to finally win your event after years of training?
No, 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 no,
Back in Griffin's kitchen.
That's another reason they won't air it, so.
Why don't you just put the baby up for adoption?
Well, what do we do until then? I mean, we can't afford 9 months of medical bills.
Well, you could have an abortion. There you go, Lois. We abort it. Send it on up to Dale and Naomi. They're probably waiting for it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they left their mittens here, you wouldn't keep them.
There was a lot of water in it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Peter.
Well, there's no harm in visiting the family planning center just to see what your options are.
Is that the place where Tim Tebow's mom went, but they wouldn't take her credit card?
Wow.
It's such a big decision.
Of course it's a big decision. Life is full of big decisions. Like deciding whether or not to have Indian food.
We flash back to the Griffin's living room. Peter sits on the couch looking at takeout menus.
Lois, do I need to do anything tomorrow that doesn't involve me being bent over in excruciating pain 3 feet from the toilet?
No.
Time for some tikka masala.
Next day at the Family Planning Center, inside, Peter and Lois sit talking to the doctor who sits behind his desk.
Doctor, I won't lie to you. I'm a little uncertain about this.
That's perfectly natural, Mrs. Griffin, and you should ask as many questions as you can before you decide.
So how's it work, Doc? You strap her down and then go hacking at her like Sweeney Todd?
Oh, no. Good Lord, this is not 2005. You've come a long way since then.
So what, you go stabbing in there with a laser, you try to zap it out like burning an ant with a magnifying glass?
No.
Well, so what, you like hold the legs open and then, like you send a pit bull in there, you know, one of them little rat hunting dogs, and then he comes back out with it in his mouth and he goes, you can't get it away from him because, you know, it's his thing.
No. Mr. Griffin, it's a very simple, safe procedure in which we very precisely and delicately remove the embryo. We do it all the time, and I promise it's virtually risk-free.
Well, I have to say, I feel a little better about it. Yeah, I think this may be the right thing to do.
Mrs. Griffin, we have a saying around here, let's keep abortion safe, legal, and rare.
Okay, well, once you get started, I'm going to go sit in the car and pretend like I'm driving. I'm going to be in a race.
Outside the Family Planning Center, moments later, Peter walks out. He starts towards the car, then hears some noise. He looks over and sees a crowd of people waving signs and shouting in an anti-abortion display.
What are you guys belly aching about?
Sir, we are doing all that we can to stop the killing of millions of unborn babies. If you have a few moments, I'd like you to watch this video presentation.
Yeah, I got a few minutes. My wife's getting an abortion.
The protester shows Peter a small TV and VCR on his table. On TV, on the sound stage, on the screen, we see an old-fashioned health film entitled Abortion Madness. A narrator appears.
Hello, friend. I hear you're contemplating having an abortion. But before you do, remember, science has proven that within hours of conception, a human fetus has started a college fund and has already made your first Mother's Day card out of macaroni and glitter.
Peter reacts, touched, as he sees an image of a fetus holding a small Mother's Day card that says, "Don't kill me, I love you."
But don't take my word for it. Just ask my little friend Ziggy.
We see Ziggy, a single cell with a smiling face.
Oh, hi, I'm Ziggy the Zygote. I'm looking forward to being an active member of your community. Can I hug you?
Of course you can, Ziggy. Because even though they're not visible yet, you already have tiny arms. Arms that will one day work, play, and fold in prayer.
Yay!
But, uh-oh, what's this?
We see a sharp, foreboding hook device come into frame. It crosses behind Ziggy, then jabs him, snaring him like a fish.
Oh,
Peter reacts as Ziggy screams in pain and panic.
oh, I'm being murdered!
Oh my God! Well, he's gone. Just like so many other promising human lives who were probably snuffed out by abortion. Like the guy who would have killed Hitler.
We see a German guy with a gun who shrugs at the camera. Nice going, Schweinhund.
The fourth stooge. That's right, there were supposed to be 4 stooges.
We see the 3 stooges joined by a 4th stooge as they all stand around slapping the shit out of each other.
It's gonna be hilarious!
And Osama bin Laden's America-loving older brother.
We see Osama bin Laden's brother who is wearing an I Heart New York sweatshirt.
I would have talked him out of it.
Wow. Thanks a lot for 9/11, abortion enthusiasts. That's the best compliment we could get right there. And remember, not only is abortion murder, but it's also larceny, jaywalking, and securities fraud. And did you know the baby you're aborting may also have a baby inside of it that you're also aborting? Now that you know this, do you want an abortion?
No, I do not.
Peter runs back into the family planning center after a beat. He runs back out, dragging Lois by the wrist.
Peter, what the hell are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
Don't you worry, unborn fetus child. I am here to save you and protect you. I have seen the light.
Bless you, sir. Later at the Griffin's house in the living room, Brian, Stewie, Chris, and Meg are there as Peter and Lois enter.
So, how'd it go at the clinic?
Well, fine at first, but then there was a complication.
Yes, we have decided against the procedure.
Really? Why?
Because it's killing babies, Brian. If God wanted us to kill babies, he'd make them all Chinese girls.
I don't know what in God's name you're cheering for, man. Peter, it's not a baby, it's a fertilized egg. It's the size of the tip of a pin.
What's alive, isn't it? To kill any living thing is an abortion. That's what the man I met just outside at the clinic told me, and he had a t-shirt on that confirmed it.
Okay, well, sperm is alive, and every time you masturbate, millions of them die. So is it wrong to kill sperm?
Yes, it is. From now on, no more masturbating in this house.
What? Why?
Because masturbation is abortion.
But abortion helps me get my homework done, and sometimes I abort in my sleep. What am I supposed to do about that?
Peter, I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but according to the law, it is still my right to choose what I do with my body.
Well, the law is wrong, Lois.
Okay, Peter, you know what? If you're so pro-life, let me ask you this. Would you go down to the orphanage and claim an unwanted baby and take care of it?
No, Lois, I'm here to save the unborn. Once they get out of the vagina, they can go fuck themselves.
Peter, what's inside of Lois won't be remotely human for 6 months. There's no brain activity until at least the 27th week.
It's still a person, Brian. It's a woman's responsibility to carry it to term.
Well, what if a woman is raped?
Maybe she should have thought of that before she asked me for directions.
What about incest, Peter?
What's incest?
You know how Cousin Lou has that kid whose eyes touch?
So what, seeing touch eyes doesn't deserve to exist? Well, you don't mind him when you want a needle threaded.
Look, Peter, I'm just saying that they should have at least had the option.
How can you say that? Think of all the love he's given to Uncle Mom and Aunt Dad.